Well, it is time now for your feed at 5, and we have some big news in the sports world today about Deshaun Watson.
I'll say big news. We've all been waiting for a very long time to get the train moving on this, and it appears it is now moving very, very rapidly. Over the weekend, we learned that the league's disciplinary hearing for Watson is scheduled for tomorrow, and that this morning there was actually another lawsuit filed on behalf of the women, the attorney that represent the 24 women that were formally suing Watson, of which 4 lawsuits remain. This lawsuit filed against the Houston Texans. That, of course, is the former team of Deshaun Watson. Let's bring in the voice of the Browns now, Jim Donovan, to get more on this story. Jimmy, tomorrow is a huge day for both the Browns and Deshaun Watson.
Absolutely, no doubt about it, because finally we get to the stage of a disciplinary hearing, and that will be governed by Sue L. Robinson, who is new to this position, and it's new to the NFL. She is the disciplinary officer, a former federal judge who is co-hired by both the NFL and the NFLPA, the NFL union. They co-pay her salary in the situation. This is the first case that she is presiding over, and it is a biggie. Now, as you mentioned, there is an addition to this case, at least in the civil form, down in Houston, Texas, that the Houston Texans, and we had heard about kind of musings about this about a month and a half ago, that the Texans were going to be added to these lawsuits. Today, Tony Buzbee, the attorney for the women, as Jay mentioned, has come out and said that the Texans have been added. Why have they been added? In the format of the filing of the suit, it is said that the Texans allegedly helped out Deshaun Watson. They provided him venues to set up these massage therapist sessions during the course of time, and also provided him with non-disclosure agreements to keep this thing under control if his behavior accordingly went off the rails. Now let's get back to the hearing that is coming up tomorrow. We are at the phase where once Sue L. Robinson hears the case, she will determine what the punishment is, or if there is any punishment at all. But let's face it, we are all expecting some form of punishment. The hearing comes up tomorrow. Again, we are looking at how long it's going to take for her to come to a final decision. Where is the NFL in this? It appears, Jay and Betsy, that the NFL tomorrow, we understand, will recommend an indefinite suspension of Deshaun Watson. Now, that is very, very harsh. Let me explain what an indefinite suspension is. Basically, he would be out of the league, okay? He would be banished from the NFL. He would have to apply to be reinstated at a period of time, and that would commence sometime this upcoming winter, in other words, after this entire season. Now, the NFLPA will represent Watson during the proceedings of this disciplinary hearing tomorrow. He will be represented very well, and they will make their case to Sue L. Robinson that, yes, probably there should be a suspension, but it should not be a full season, and it certainly should not be an indefinite suspension. But that's where we understand the strategy is for the NFL.